Hello, and welcome to the ELC installation video walkthrough part 2 from IDERA. This is Anil Mahadev, Senior Solutions Architect here at IDERA. In this video, we will be walking you through how to actually host your licenses, explore documentation, and also check out some of the common troubleshooting steps that you would need to go. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So we should go ahead and learn about hosting the concurrent based license as well as the network based licenses. So let me go ahead and move to my ELC homepage. So at the very homepage here it says localhost, but in your environment it could be the host name with the port number 5580, and you'll be presented with this login screen. So here right now I'm logged out, and the default username is admin, all lowercase, and the default password is admin again, all lowercase. Let's go ahead and choose login. You're presented with the setup wizard at this time. So here we can go ahead and click on next, and we will go ahead and choose the master server because this is the very first ELC server that you'll be installing. Choose next. Now at this part you have your license hosting. This is where you can actually go ahead to that notepad file and pick up the login name, the password, as well as the certificate numbers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pick up the login name first. Next I'll go to the password. It's case sensitive. There we go. And then I'll go ahead and type in my certificate number. That's the last one. Here what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be entering both the network named as well as the concurrent license. You can enter host multiple certificates by just separating them by a comma. Then you have your master host name, which is where the ELC is going to be installed. The master port, which is 5567, is the default master port. You can choose any other port that you wish. Right now we'll leave this as the default. Next, for the master host address, we can either enter an IP address, a host name, or a fully qualified host name of your choice. So right now, since this is on a local machine, I'm just going to go ahead and choose the master host name. Now in the event that you would require this to be a failover license server, you can provide the backup host name and the backup host address. But right now, we're not going to be doing so. So now I'll go ahead and click on host licenses. And depending upon the internet connection, here you can actually see that we have hosted both of these licenses. I'll click on next. Now this is where I can actually go ahead and get all the links and have the software downloaded for me at my ELC. I'll go ahead and click on the download button, and here I have my host of installers that we can bring on back to the server. We'll click yes, and now the download would have started. Now what we'll do is we'll click on next here. From this point here you can choose to import either the LDAP group or add users manually from your Active Directory domain account as well as groups. You also have the ability to add to group from the various users that you would have imported. We'll click next at this point. So yes, we'll come back and set up the concurrent licenses as well as the name licenses. Here we'll see if you would require any kind of notifications to be sent in case whether licenses have expired or will expire. So you can set up SMTP here. Click next. At this point, for your end users, what you can do is you can provide them with this URL which is your license server URL, port 5580, login.jsp. And once the products are downloaded, they will appear in the download catalog. You can click Next now and hit Finish. At this point, I would like to go and click on the licenses on the left-hand side, and these are all the licenses that are hosted right now. Here you'll notice we have the license type, which is a named user license. Then we have the concurrent user license. What I would like to do is first configure my concurrent users. Here you will have to go ahead and choose Add Entry. And you can go ahead and choose host name as well as the product. From any host name you can bring it, as well as from any username. And you can pick the products that you would like to have licensed. Next, what we'll do is we can also choose an offline usage. So let's say, for example, you would like to work with the software, and then for some reason the ELC goes down and you should be able to, you lose connectivity to the licensing server. That's when the offline usage can be very handy. Right now I'm going to leave it as the default as 3 days, and I'll click on Add. We have all of this set up. And at any given point, you can always go and click on this pencil icon and go ahead and make any additional changes. At this point, I'll go ahead and click Save to File. We'll say yes. It's going to reload the server to make sure that the licenses are configured. Now what I'll do is I'll go to my named users. I'll click on Add Entry. At this point, I can actually give a specific username that I'm interested in adding. So here I'll just give a username like this, and I'll go ahead and click on Add. And I've just chosen the Business Architect product here for this, and I'll go ahead and click on Save to File. So you can actually have any user that you would wish, either from the domain name or the machine name / username. Now let's go ahead and click on the Manage Catalog, and right now you can see the process of where the products are being downloaded, and this will give you a real-time view of it as well. Next, what we'll do is, in order for you to actually go ahead and view this from an end user perspective, you can click on the Go to Catalog, and here you will see you have these two products that you're licensed for. So here, if I click on Your Studio 17, you can actually go ahead and download this license extractor, and that'll place it on the correct directory on your local machine. Download and install the products with all the installers locations being given here. And you can see if there's any additional downloads being provided here as well. And once that is done, let's go back to admin. And here you can see, if you would like to look at the status of the list of connected users, you can click on Connected Users. That'll give you an idea as to how you can go about viewing this. Next, what we'll do is we have the IP list, where you can set a range of what are the IP addresses you would like to use or block. The configuration properties helps you to look at the configuration of the current ELC. Then you have reports. Here you can actually go ahead and generate different types of reports. So here you can choose application usage frequency depending upon the application that you have. Next, you can also go and click on Manage Groups. You can check out the license server logs, as well as finally you can look at the license server status. Next, let's talk about how you can go to the documentation and help on learning more about the ELC. So here you can actually go and click on the help. It gives you the inline help of all the properties that you would like to go with. So this is the administrator help page. You can go there. And what you can also do is you can also just type in ELC doc wiki, and it brings you to the ELC Quick Start Guide. And this is a location where you can actually go and navigate to get further information. And one of the quickest ways of troubleshooting, some common steps, is you have troubleshooting the server. We have a separate page, you can search for that, as well as troubleshooting the client. Go ahead and search for that, and it gives you all of this information as well. So let me go back to my slides. And this is the link that you can actually go to. Next, we also have on how you can troubleshoot the client and troubleshoot the server. And with that, I would like to thank you for your attention. In the next video, in the final video, we will actually go ahead and show you how to launch the product for the very first time, and then how you can go ahead and download and license your ER Studio Data Architect product or ER Studio Team Edition. It doesn't matter which SKU. The license will be the judge of what SKU you have are licensed for. And with that, I would like to thank you for your attention and hope you have a great day. Thank you.